Thanks for staying tuned in, ladies and gentlemen. I have with me Daniel. And Daniel, tell me a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why are we talking about opioid addiction and crisis? Tell me about that.
Sure thing. My name is Lion Daniel Marty Elkins. I am the Director of Prevention and Outreach at the Bellevue Prevention and Outreach Center. I am a community outreach specialist for Newcastle County. I am a prevention educator for the Gloves Against Drugs Foundation, and I am the District Governor of Lions Cubs International for the state of Delaware. The reason we are talking about opioids is because there is an epidemic that is killing Americans each and every single day. Over 275 Americans die each and every single day. That is a full 747 plane.
Are we talking adults or are we talking children?
We're talking adults. That doesn't even keep in the children.
Oh my
and so
God.
Think about it this way. If someone were to tell you that every single day an entire plane was crashing, how long would it be before we stopped the entire aviation industry?
Absolutely.
Would you ever fly again? No.
Absolutely not.
But yet this happens every day, and we are letting it happen. And substance abuse disorder is a disease. It is important to understand that. Diseases are treatable, and that we have to destigmatize talking about it. And a lot of people will put a stigma upon addiction, that if you are an addict, you are somehow morally deficient. But the reality is some people have a genetic disposition. Some people have just been in tough times and experienced trouble. So we, as a community, need to take a stand. We need to constitute ourselves as educators and uplifters and empowerers to be able to teach the next generation how to make responsible decisions.
I had a friend once who couldn't have anything even remote, a cap full of cough syrup. You would think she had been drinking for 3 days in a row. So I understand what you're saying there, but substance abuse in America has been prevalent for hundreds of years. Why are we just now getting to the point where it's a problem?
Well, so it has never been on such a scale before. So with the opioid epidemic, you are dealing with fentanyl, which is a chemical analog. It is very similar to heroin, but is 100 times stronger, and it is easier to manufacture. And so what we are experiencing now is the fact that we have this epidemic which began by overprescription by the doctors. And it is, a lot of people don't realize that this actually came from the medical industry.
Well, Big Pharma makes money off of it. I mean, they're the biggest drug dealers in the world.
And they incentivized it. And we actually turned pain into a vital sign. So when you go into a doctor and they say on a scale of 1 to 10, how much pain are you in? And then if you're above a certain level, then they would prescribe you opioids and be incentivized to do that. And so it is one of those things that a lot of people didn't realize, that something that was given to you by your doctors could cause you to begin that slippery slope into addiction, because it begins with a prescription pill, and then the prescription pills become harder to get, and it's actually then easier to find heroin than a prescription pill.
So if the doctor won't give you the pill, once you become addicted, if the doctor doesn't give you the pill, then you go out and you find another way to self-medicate. And I have to say, perhaps you'll agree with me, the COVID lockdown, I know it drove me absolutely mad, insane. But our children, I've noticed, especially our brown-hued children, really suffered from being on lockdown during COVID. Do you think that America was traumatized maybe with that?
Oh, absolutely. And you are beginning to see just the tip of an iceberg.
Really?
Of a mental health crisis, of the likes of which we have never before experienced. And the trauma that has been experienced, especially by the underserved population, especially by, the people who were already facing health disparities. It has just been, increased and multiplied to the point where we have children that haven't been in school for 2 years and return to school and they have not been socialized and they have forgotten how to be in a classroom. And they're suffering from PTSD of the entire world shutting down. So when you're looking at the trauma that has been caused and inflicted by isolation, imposed isolation, you will then end up with a whole generation of people who are turning to substances in order to escape from that.
That's daunting.
Yeah.
That's really daunting. So without taking a lot of your time, I know that you have other responsibilities. Tell America, tell my audience, tell me, what can I do to be a part of a solution and not the problem? And I'm focused in on our young people.
Yes, absolutely. So the first part, it starts with education. We need to educate ourselves. So if you go to the DEA and put in the One Pill Can Kill, One Pill Can Kill campaign, the DEA has a whole set of social media resources that you can use to share on your social media pages to help educate people. Because it's important to realize that with the fentanyl and fake pills that exist, a single pill can kill you. It is not just a section of I will be addicted and I'll slowly slide down. One fake pill of fentanyl is enough to shut out your life for good and absolutely kill you. So it is important to let everybody know that. And just starting there, that education process. I would also say reach out and join community coalitions. There are lots of amazing organizations out there that are taking a stand and then are beginning to empower themselves. Whether or not it is a drug prevention coalition like the Planet Youth Coalition, whether or not it is a service organization like the Lions Club International, or whether or not it is Churches Take a Corner, who are going out and literally putting moms on every street corner, mothers taking over the blocks, and going beyond the bullies and bullets that are causing the trauma in our communities that we are responding to by taking substances. Reach out, connect with other human beings. Join the cause, join the movement, make a difference in this world.
Thank you so much, Daniel. You really, truly are a lion, and I do appreciate you for that. I hope this information was helpful for you, ladies and gentlemen. Hear what he has to say. I'll talk to you soon. Rachelle Wilson.